I built my salons to 16,000 clients, right? The same way I build my network marketing businesses. So I went from becoming a networker in the salon world to becoming a networker in the network marketing world. Now, I am an entrepreneur and I believe in building businesses. I'm not somebody who only builds one business. I build many networks. So in order to be able to build many networks, and the reason why is because I crashed and burned by having all my eggs in one industry. When the crash of '08 came, I had multiple streams of incomes from salons, but when the industry of salons got rocked, what happened? I was in one industry. Then I reinvented my life in one network marketing company, built it back up to millions, and then that company got rocked and I was out of business again. I learned my lesson from that day forward. I will never have all my eggs in one industry, in one basket, one company, one anything, okay? So when you're gonna create true financial independence, you want legacy money, right? Which is money that lives on after you're dead and gone, money that continues to grow and pay your children and their family forever. Okay, so that's when I learned to start building diversified streams in different companies, different fields, different arenas. And that's how I have been able to create my wealth this way instead of just this way, right? So now I'm so diversified, it's happened. Companies get shut down, the industry goes crazy, there's a world crisis that comes and rocks an industry. It doesn't shake me now because when one goes down, one comes up. Mogs, as you guys know, okay? So this is the first company I have ever found in the space of network marketing that allows you to do that in one company. If anything happens to this company, nothing's happening to your money. Nothing. There they go. I used to wax my arms in the salon days and now I leave it because it's a prop.
Yep.
So now what does it take to fund all of my companies? Do you guys know what it takes to fund all my companies? What does it take to fund any business on the planet? Relationships, people. What is it that the people provide? Money, transactions. Okay, this is just a talk on business. This is where my gift lies. My gift lies in the ability to see how money moves, how to grow it, how to create the connections. So if money flows through people and your next referral comes from who? Who do referrals come from? People. Where does your next invite on vacation or to dinner or box tickets at a game or front row seats at a show come from? People. Where do your kids' best friends come from? People. Everything flows through people. So if everything flows through people, what's the one thing you should be focusing on more than anything? People. This is the X factor right here, okay? So I'm gonna introduce you guys to my tools and my systems that I use to build all my networks, including this one right here, okay? And so all I focus on is what can I learn about somebody that I can celebrate or connect with. This is where my coaching platform was born from over a decade ago. I started teaching this to companies back in my salon world. I have to tell you a little bit of backstory for the vision. I'm a visionary, and I truly believe if people can grasp the frequency of a vision, how a bicycle works, what Teresa's doing with you guys here. She's teaching you the vision of how the charts work so that you can see the frequency that creates the result that you're after. Understand? Okay? So back in my salon world, I was the only apprenticeship salon, and an apprenticeship salon means I'm a beauty school. It's a fancy word for a beauty school. I did all the training. I could take any one of you that have never gone to beauty school, hire you to work for me, and teach you how to do everything I know, and you will be licensed by the State Board of Cosmetology, and by the time that's done, you're making 6 figures, because that's the way an apprenticeship works. You guys are also in an apprenticeship program. I don't know if you realize it. It's the same thing. And you're learning as you make money. And by the time that you graduate, what are you? That's the apprenticeship program that you're in. You guys have to grab that. It's very unique and special. Most businesses are transaction-based only, that they have to keep repeating. They have to mow the lawn over and over again. They have to cut the hair over and over again. They have to paint the house over and over again. They have to hope that the storm demolishes the home over and over again. Because if they don't repeat it, how much money are they making? Nothing. You have to do a yoga class over and over again. You have to sell a house over and over again. You have to sell a t-shirt over and over again. Whatever it is that you guys do, if it's transaction-based, there's no end to it. Okay? Where what you guys are creating here is beautiful, because it's something that if I died right now, and this is the life that you want, if I died right now, nothing is happening to the income that's coming into my bank accounts on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and it will continue to pay as long as my customers are alive. Because I've learned to put myself in companies that pay for my one-time transaction for the customer's life. Okay? So all of these are things that I have taught through life, and it all started back in my salon world when I took my apprenticeship salon, which was a school, and built it to the top 200 fastest growing salons in the country. It was nothing to drop $500 to get your hair highlighted in our salon and cut and colored, and we had a waiting list 6 weeks long of 16,000 clients, and I'm a high school dropout with no money and no inheritance that went to beauty school and started at $20 haircuts. Okay? And my clients stuck with me the entire time. Why do you think it is? Because of the relationships that I built. People stay with you, and I get covered in mogs when I talk about this all the time, because God gave me this vision. And then he said, use the gift I placed inside you to go teach the people on what they do not know. And this is where I thrive. I don't care if any of you make me a penny. This is where I thrive. To give this value to other people so they can do what? Make the world a better place. Okay? That's what you're going to do. When somebody puts a gift inside you, you can't not go pay it forward and make the world a better place with it. It's just not possible. That's why you guys want to share the academy, because of what's happened to you, in you, what you've seen, what you've been able to have a frequency of a vision of what the future is going to look like. Okay? So I was the only, and still to this day, am the only school that ever made that list. Would you ever pay $100 at a beauty school to get your hair done? Your haircut by somebody who's not licensed? Never in a million years, ever. We fried your hair, we colored it wrong, we permed it until it fell off on the floor, because that's how you learn how to do hair. But you still came back. And then we raised the price, and you paid the price. Why is it? Relationships. The number one reason why somebody will leave your business is not for price or service. It's because of the way you don't make them feel. The number one reason why somebody will stay on your team, not making a penny, and pay that monthly tuition month after month after month, and go through the failure and the struggle, is because they know that they add value to your life and you appreciate them for it. Okay? So if all of these things are facts in business and facts in life, all you need to do is focus on relationships. Focus on relationships more than you focus on making money, and you will not be a hunter ever. So many network marketers are hunters because they do not know how to build relationships. Because I'm a network marketer and I've made over $1 million, when you make $1 million in network marketing, you're on a list. And you're going to start getting calls from every new company that's getting ready to launch, and from because they go to the leaders first to offer you money, to offer you positions, to offer you legs, to offer you all this stuff, in hopes that you'll do what? Bring your team, okay? Every time somebody calls me that I haven't heard from in years, that I know through network marketing, the first thing I say is, hey, it's great to hear from you. What company did you just join, or are you joining now? Because I know that's the only reason you're calling me. And the only reason why they call me is because I'm on that list and I stay in touch with them, but they don't stay in touch with me, right? I build the relationship, and I couldn't do it on my own. It's impossible. I did in the beginning, And I'm going to tell you how I started doing it so that you guys could do it too, because you have to have your eye on the big picture of life. The big picture of life is anything can happen with anything, anywhere, right? You are eventually going to master the charts, you're going to master the trades, and you're going to want to continue your growth on becoming something. Whether it's a serial entrepreneur, a mentor, a coach, an investor, whatever, okay? And when you do that, what are you going to need? People. So when you build so I build one network. It's called humanity. I do not put people in boxes or judge people if they're already in another company. I don't even care if they're in another company. All I do is create the human connection and put them in my love funnel. I have a funnel of love, okay? And my funnel of love, who in this room has ever received a card from me? Look at this. Look at this. Over half of the room has received a card from me. For those of you that have not received a card from me, I need you to please, unless you live in Costa Rica or Mexico, will you please take a minute and send me your address? What's going to happen is for the rest of your life, not mine, you're going to receive a Mother's Day card if you're a mother, a Father's Day card if you're a father, a birthday card on your birthday every year, an anniversary card if you're married, and something along the way in between. If you have a death, you'll get a mourning card. If you have a baby, you'll get a baby congratulations card and all this, because I have created the systems that do nothing but love on people. And I am constantly pulling in new relationships. So everywhere you go, you have got to make a relationship and leave with a friend. Everywhere you go, God puts people in front of you. And they're there for a reason, and you don't see it. Because when you talk to somebody, all you're doing is profiling them to see if they would be a good prospect, right? And if they're not, then you don't even make a relationship with them, because you're hunting, you're selling. Okay? So these tools and systems that I'm going to share with you, you will change your life. And I'll tell you what, the number one fastest way to a parent is through their child with a birthday card and a box of brownies on the kid's birthday. Ask Brian. He's a realtor. He does not go out and do what realtors do. People call him and say, Brian, I want you to sell my home. You know why I'm choosing you? Because you've been sending our entire family birthday cards for 5 years and you've never asked me for business or for a referral. There's the key. Do not hunt and do not prospect. Build relationships. People know what you do. They know who you are. They're finding out more about you on their own because you're attracting them through kindness. It's a universal law of attraction. The universal law of attraction is called the law of reciprocity. If you don't know what the law of reciprocity is, you need to learn it. It means put out into the world what you want it to return to you. Put out love, what are you going to get back? Put out hatred, what are you going to get back? And if it's not tied to an expectation, you will get a gain. If it's tied to an expectation, you're putting profits before people and you're using the law of reciprocity in the wrong way, and it will not reward you. Okay? And so then when people used to, in my salon world, salons started calling me and saying, hey, do you do any coaching or mentorship, and can you teach us how to do what you've done with your salon? And they started paying me $35,000. I could take on 6 clients. So I went from doing what I did to becoming a salon consultant and teaching it to salons around the world. This was before the internet. I had to fly everywhere, go back and forth, take flights and all that stuff. Then came the internet. Then I got into network marketing and I just taught and did the same exact thing. But why was I able to make $1 million in 3 years when I had never done network marketing before, didn't even know what it was, and wanted to quit? Because for 19 previous years, what did I build? Relationships, okay? And so when you meet somebody, make the connection and celebrate them. I'm going to show you what I've already started that I'm doing with you guys. Now, today, fast forward, I have a staff team that does it for me. Like Ryan, you witnessed it today when my VA asked you for your address and you replied and said, I gave it to you yesterday in your phone. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah. And I said, this is my VA doing her job. You know, she's doing her job. So I have systems in place that do the work for me now, but I did the work in the beginning. So where would you start now is with everybody that's in your family. Do you want your family to tell their friends about you and believe in you? then you need to pour love into them and celebrate them in a human connection way. So what is it that everybody else does? Take it one level deeper. And that's what I'm going to teach you. When you take it one level deeper and you can get into the heart of another person and stay there in a genuine way with no sales and no hunting, you're attracting them into your life. It's the art of attraction, okay? So when somebody is out there making posts about their product and throwing up the things and all this, I'm like, when is the last time you have gotten people to join your business off of spamming somebody in their message box? It doesn't work. That frequency does what to people? Pushes them away from you. It's the frequency of ick, distance. So you're not putting in the frequency of the law of reciprocity to attract people to you into your life. So how I started it in my salon business, you guys, was before the internet. Okay, I got index boxes and I had ABC, the index card box, and it had ABC through Z, and I had index cards like the kids do for flashcards at school, and I would write their name down and I would ask them for their address and I would ask them for their birthday, and I would then have another box, and that one had January through December, and I would have a card in there with their birth date in it, and every night I would send out cards. I would tell people, thank you for the referral, thank you for choosing us, happy birthday, happy anniversary. I would put the kids, I had a kids box, I had all these boxes. That was my system. And then came the digital world. Email was born. I'll never forget it. When I went from starting as a hairdresser to then opening up my first salon, and then in my salons, it was a mandatory employee protocol. They had to send the cards to thank the people, okay? And that was part of their job. They couldn't go home until it was done. They had to send cards to everybody that came that day to thank them for their service, thank them for their business. If they came back for a redo, we thanked them for trusting us and allowing us the opportunity to make things better. We constantly acknowledged their existence. And when you do that, I want you to think about when the last time was you got a card in the mail from somebody that they sent you, and you opened it and you were like, wow, that's really nice. That was so nice of them. No sales, no nothing, and I'm your neighborhood realtor, and I appreciate referrals.
I think you're the only person I've received a card in the mail from since our wedding.
Yeah.
It's like 15 years.
And I hear that a lot of times, because the card is a vehicle. That's all it is. It's what's it called? A conduit? Something? Yeah. It's a vehicle where you put a piece of your heart on it and you send it off, and it lands in the other person's heart. When somebody puts their hands on something, Mogs, and they open it, and I have lots of samples back in the whatever, the palapa thing in our room. I didn't know I was going to do this today. I already brought some. Okay, it's to show you guys. You guys are more than welcome. I'll set them out on the table in front of our door to look at them. When you look at them, you'll literally cry. You'll cry at how beautiful they are, because they have a picture of you. So I met Ryan. The first day I meet Ryan, we take a selfie. From my phone, I send Ryan a card with the picture of us commemorating the day we met. Can't wait to see where the universe takes our relationship. Then it gets picked up on the back end. His birthday goes into my CRM. If he was married, I would get his wife's name, kids, all that kind of stuff. And now every single year, automatically, he's going to get a card from me for his birthday. He will never forget me, okay? I want to show you an example of what I'm talking about so you can see how it comes back to you later.
I know this is just a detail, but if they move, how does that get?
You get a return address in your mail, and then it gives you another reason to reach out to them to find out why they moved. Did you get a new home? Did you get a new job? Did you get married? Okay, I want to show you guys this. Hey Darla, my name is Jordan. I'm not sure if you remember meeting me. It seems like you've touched a lot of people's lives, so I totally understand if you don't. I met you about 4 or 5 years ago at the Savita Complex with my sister Nicole. You both lived there at the time. I was visiting from Michigan. I remember your story being incredibly inspirational. We added each other on Facebook that day, and I don't believe we ever spoke again. Fast forward to this year, I received a birthday card from you. I remember you telling me about the cards that day I met you, And receiving a birthday card from you brought back the memory and instantly put a smile on my face. It also brought me back to your Facebook. The past couple months, I've been seeing your posts about the Academy and trading. I watched a video you posted and you were talking about having a yes life. I was so intrigued that I watched the whole hour without even knowing what it was. I am currently trying to find a way out of my full-time job into a more free lifestyle. I was hoping you could send some information my way. I would love to learn more about it. Thank you, Jordan. She's now in the Academy. She got signed up that week. She's loving it. She sees the vision, the passion. The Academy's now off taking care of her. She's in my love funnel. I attracted her back into my life. Do you get it? I don't have to prospect. People come to me daily, every day, for all kinds. Then when they come in this business, then what am I teaching them? How to build relationships. Do you get it? That's all I teach people that want to learn how to do the business side, is how to build relationships. And I teach all the traders how to put up attraction marketing posts instead of spamming and selling. Posts that get people to say, what are you doing and how are you learning this? This is awesome. I want to know more. Like she said about my video that she watched that had no sales in it. Are you guys catching the vision and the frequency here? Okay, now let me show you my next tool that I use. I'm going to show you all these. Hi, Jordan. It's so great to hear from you. Thank you for reaching out. What I do is my oxygen to life. It's no coincidence we are reconnecting. This is how the universe and God answers wishes and prayers. It's a beautiful thing to know when it's happening to you. I'd be honored to be your mentor and show you how to get out of that job and live a stressless and financially free life. I dropped the research link above. Watch the first 2 videos. It will take 30 minutes. Let me know what time tomorrow you are free to talk. I'd love it. Here's my cell for faster connection. Okay, so this, now let me show you, so my cards, this is where it gets a little confusing. My cards go in the mail. They are received in the mail. They're tangible and physical. Now those cards are physical emotional connection cards. These are digital connection cards. Before I show this to you, I have to go back to a squirrel that I chased up a tree and didn't finish, coming back to finish a sentence that I just remembered on. So then email was born. So our salons skyrocketed. I mean, it was amazing. Our ride was amazing. Then email was born. Okay, what did everybody do when email was born? Got rid of all paper. Oh my gosh, because every salon I opened, I put in a mail center, and I had employees now by this time that was their only job. They printed, posted, licked labels, stamped, and carried boxes out every night to the mailbox. That was their only job. That was their only job. And so when email came out, I'm like, sweet, get rid of the payroll, get rid of the people, cut back on costs, get it there faster, make it easier. We can do e-newsletters, all these great things that email sold, right? What did I remove when I did that?
All the others.
What?
Yeah.
No.
The physical.
I shouldn't have said no. Yes. And what else? Yes. And what else? The connection. The personal, physical connection. Okay? So why did we do that? Why was email born? Because what was happening to our mailboxes? They were getting full of junk mail. Remember? Everyone's sending those coupon things and flyers and junk mail, and everybody's just throwing away their junk mail. Well, a personal card always gets opened. Have you ever gone to the mail and you sift through your mail and you see that personal card? You'll open it right there in the mail place before you even go into your home, because you're like, what am I getting invited to, right? It's that way, okay? But when do you ever look at your junk mail and go, oh my gosh, he probably paid $10,000 for this. That's so nice of him. He's the guy that sold me my home. Wow, I'm going to call and thank him for spending all this money to send this to me. It doesn't happen, but people do it every day. Every day. Put up a billboard thanking your clients at Christmas time. Have you ever stopped on the side of the road when you saw a company that you do business with and go, wow, that is the coolest thing that he did that just for me, to thank me personally? Seriously. Okay, so then email was born, lowered the cost of payroll, and all that was great. And about 2 years into email, what did we notice was happening quickly? Retention levels dropping, people leaving, harder to get new customers, less referrals. And I nailed it. It was because we took away the personal touch. This company that I'm going to show you send out cards is 16 years old. It's been around for 16 years. Okay. They even have a book. It's called Master the Art of Human Connections that I'm featured in and many of my clients. And it's not about network marketing. It's about traditional business. I've helped my Harley Davidson customer land the largest Harley Davidson account that he was after for 7 years, trying to get for 7 years who he has now, because I taught him how to send one card and what to put on the card to get the appointment with the owner. The definition of business, you guys, is a transaction between a customer to a product or a service for a profit. That's it. Once you learn that, the only differentiating factor in every business under the sun is if it's got brick and mortar around it. And what the transaction is. Is the transaction a singular transaction, or is it a service that the person has to pay month after month after month after month after month after month that you get a commission on every time the service is paid? Do you get it? Regardless if it's in a service like a gym membership. Gym memberships get paid every month, but the person does the transaction one time. However, it's got brick and mortar around it, so what has it done? It's limited to the number of people that they can reach. It's called backyard business. The people have to drive to the business. When you get in network marketing, you are global. You just need to learn how to get the people to drive to your business. Do you get it? You attract the people to come to your business. So that's the big picture. If I can stress anything about what I just told you, is that all of you leave here connected. All of you. I'm going to show you how I'm being connected. Okay, now this card, this is a service. Okay, it's a service that I use. I've been using it for years. And this is called a digital connection card. Now, this is not a tangible form. This allows you to send information to somebody and you be able to watch and see what they're watching. I don't have to follow up. I know if they're interested because I'm getting notifications that they're watching it over and over and over again. Now, because I've used this tool for every one of my businesses since the day that I started, I have people who will click on a link, click on a digital connection card from 5 years ago, and I'll see it and I'll call them and say, or I'll send them a message and I'll say, gosh, I was just thinking about you. How are you? And they're like, no way. Are you serious? You're never going to believe this. I was just watching your videos I've been watching this, and my friend talked to me about this business, and then I remembered, I think that's what Jim and Darla do. And I went and I scrolled up and I found it and I started watching it. Who were they signing up with? Me. Because why? They're getting birthday cards, anniversary cards, and kids cards from me, or whatever cards they would get from me, because they're in my funnel of love. So why? What's the hardest 18 inches in the world of business, in the world of life, is the 18 inches from someone's head to their heart. People make decisions from the heart. They make long-term decisions from the heart, not from the head. So because I use these tools, and whenever I go to an event, I don't have to form. You guys know what forming is, right? I don't have to prospect. I get to focus 100% on building a relationship. Okay, so this is the card that she gets. Okay, I'm going to share. When this card gets clicked on, if I had my phone, I would show you this. Right now, I'm getting a ping that says Jordan is opened the research link and is watching videos. Okay, so this is the card, and I've been doing this for a long time. So I have them for every one of my companies, for every industry that other people are in. Think about that. I have one for real estate. I have one for mortgage. I have one for construction, painting, hairdressing. I've got, you name it, dog sitting. I've got them for every business that they're in. Because what am I doing when I send it to somebody is I'm adding value to their life with no strings attached of anything to join or sign me up. It's simply to add value to their life. It attracts them to me and creates a deeper connection. So this says our family is creating financial freedom with this academy. Below you will find a series of links to help you understand why we chose this academy, how it works, and what it has done in our family's lives and many of our friends' lives. So I have several different links on here. And I tell them which one to watch. I tell them which one to watch because I know they'll read the other ones of why I don't want them to watch them. It's just psychology. Tell the kid not to touch that one, that he should touch that one. What's he going to touch? That one. Okay? So if I have somebody who says they do not like MLM or sales, I tell them to watch number 3. So this is something that I am building out right now that is in a tangible format so that every single new person that joins, they can immediately start learning how to do the process of building the relationships in the right format and manner. Okay? Now, imagine you just joined and they tell you to make a list, right? They tell you to make a list. And then 2 weeks later, you're like, I don't know any more people. I'm out of people. I don't know who to talk to. You hear it all the time, right? I've gone through everybody I know. Let me see your chart. So now this is going to be a Google Doc that is going to be shared between the new person and the trainer. Okay? And so the new person and the trainer will always be able to see the list, to see what the activity is of the person. And what we're doing is we're teaching them to now learn how to work their business like a business without them realizing they're being taught how to do it. We're teaching them the steps. Because we know that retention levels go up and referrals come in higher when you build relationships, we're starting them out in the beginning of learning how to build the relationships. Now, everybody who comes into our organization comes from receiving these tools and services to build their relationships. So they always say, can I use that link too? How do I send those cards too, right? So what am I doing in hindsight is I'm teaching people how to create it's a word that I cloned a long time ago, stick-to-itiveness. It's sticky, it stays long. If you've heard Melanie talk, our organization has the most rank advancements. If you take all my rank advancements, there are people that use these tools and have been through my coaching program to learn how to master the art of human connections. Okay? So this is all about relationships. And you guys, when you learn this, you're going to be on the VIP lists. You're going to be on the invite lists. You're going to be the ones that get invited to the small group events to all the people because of the way you make them feel. And what do you do when you get into that space? You're being constantly connected by lots of new people, lots of new people, lots of new people. So why am I making friends with all of you guys? Because now to the place where I'm at in my life, I just want to inspire you guys to stick, stay. This industry is changing the world, and this company will save so many people's lives for what's going to happen over the next 10 years. The next 10 years is going to be the roughest 10 years of our lifetime. Okay? Kids that are 11 years old are going to be 21 by the end of what we're going through before they can think about even ever moving out to make enough money to be able to go figure out what they're going to do in their life. Building those relationships with those people now for the future. For the future. You're not doing this just for today. You want people to constantly, Mogs, join your organization. Like everybody I meet, I know they're going to be in my life forever, and I cannot wait to see why the universe put us together. That's all I believe. Do you get it? That's the focus of it. So, then I'm going to take you through some attraction marketing posts. How long do I have? Because I can go for 8 hours, and I want to cover
15 minutes.
15, okay. So now, and I will give you guys all this stuff. I'll put it in our group chat. All I ask is that you pay it forward and don't keep it selfish. Teach it to other people because we're creating a ripple effect. You guys, last year, 2016, let me show you one thing real quick. So a very, very dear good friend of ours took his life. Everybody was shocked. He was the life of the party. Nobody ever expected him to take his life. At the life celebration, there was hundreds of people there. Hundreds, okay? I assigned my VAs to go to his Facebook and find every like, love, and comment that's ever been posted in the last year of people and message them to get their address so that they can receive this card in the mail on his 1-year death anniversary, which is next month. So all of these cards are sitting in the queue, waiting to go to print next month. And so 432 of them are going out to people that don't even know who I am, people that do know who I am, people that have heard of me. But what's going to happen when every single one of these cards hit mailboxes? It triggers the law of reciprocity. People are going to reach out to me in tears to tell me they're holding this card in tears because there are pictures on it. It's a memory of our 1 degree of separation friend, right? So in life you have a small network of friends, and then you have a very large outer circle of strangers. What I've done is taught people how to pull this people in and turn your inner circle of second and third layer friends to be millions versus just a few. I flipped. Do you get it? I flipped it. So this is the card, and it's filled with nothing but pictures and memories. And we made sure that we got groups with all of his close friends, all of his family, everybody in it. And on the back of the card is one of the digital artists who was his friend that created this beautiful image of when the daughter and the wife let butterflies go at the service. The digital artist is now in our business learning how to build NFTs to turn his art into NFTs. Do you guys understand what I do? Never once do I say, hey, if I sent you a link, would you take 15 minutes to watch a video and let me know if you see any interest in what it is that you see? That's sales. I find the reason to bring it back to me. People are watching you, you guys. They're all over your social media looking to see what you're doing. They know what you're doing. They know if you're a realtor, network marketer. They know what company you're with. Okay, so that's one way. Now, who received a birthday card from me so I can pull one up?
Sorry.
That's okay. O'Neill did? Is it E.I. O'Neill?
Yeah.
And it's Fritton, right? Just kidding. Okay, so here's the birthday card that goes out to everyone. My VA takes a picture and puts it on the front of the card. They also get a 5x7 that they usually end up framing. And listen to what the inside of the card story says. In 2016, I started sending these types of birthday cards to my family and friends and customers. Oftentimes, people would tell me that it was the only card they received and how special it made them feel, which in return made me feel good. In 2020, right before the world went into isolation, I took on a personal mission to extend my card sending to all the thousands of people that come into my life, regardless of how close we are or how much time we get to spend together. You play a role in my family's life, and I am grateful you were born. I hope this card put an extra smile on your face today. On the back of it, nowhere is sales. My VA also drops this image on every single's Facebook wall for the day of their birthday. The reason why I use the same image is for branding. It builds the visual connection of that's who I am when they remember seeing this on their Facebook wall, okay? And then a picture of our family. And this says, cards are like a vehicle that carry a piece of your heart into the heart of another. Upon its arrival, it releases a shot of dopamine to the brain, which puts a smile on the receiver's heart forever. It's dopamine. The thing that has been removed from the world during a pandemic that has been replaced by Xanax and all those antidepressant things that kids are on. Okay. Now, attraction marketing posts. So if you guys are in Shanda's Telegram, you already have these. I'll share it with you if you're not. Below is a series of trainings for both traders and builders. The first one is for both. I recommend that every new, I didn't know there's a typo. Every new customer watches it the day they enroll so they can learn how to get their tuition for free ASAP. So I help everybody get their 2 and free right away. I want everybody's tuition paid for 2 and 3, 2 and free for them. For me, it's so that I can get them to make one post, one attraction marketing post from the second. So when I enroll somebody and I get them in the system and they get the 2-hour thing, before we even get off the thing, I say to them, are you interested in getting your tuition for free? Or are you fine with paying the overhead? And they say, oh, I'd love to get my tuition for free. I say, okay, I'm going to show you one post. that's going to help you get that, okay? And the post is a simple post. So here I have a training of the back to school post and scripts. And then the scripts are samples that you can twist and add your personal touch to, put them on a background and add emojis. Okay, now, and I'm going to show you what the post looks like. Now, here's something I recommend every single one of you start. It's a messenger chat on Messenger. Ours is called Show My Post Some Love, okay? And it's only for I am people and I am posts. So I'll show you what ours looks like. This has every single person in it that is actively building in the business or that wants to get their 2 and free. They'll come in here, we tell them we're going to add you to this group, and once you get your 2, you can remove yourself, and then they never do because it ends up turning into 3 and 4 and 5, right? Okay, so this is a group where when you make a post about the academy, you share the post in here, and then everybody in the group has to play the role. If you're going to be in the group, you must participate in the role. Everybody goes in and makes a comment as if they're their friend. They add value, no pitching, no selling, no saying anything about, oh, I'll see you in class and this academy changed my life. Nope. It's like, congratulations, I can't wait to hear what you're doing, cheering you on from afar. Now, the reason why we do that is for algorithm boosting. The more comments that you can put on a post, the more real estate Facebook will give you. The more it will reach out to your network. It's simply for boosting is what it is. And your friends are going to go, what the heck is going on? And what are all these? Because they keep seeing the post, seeing the post, seeing the post. And then everybody will come back and that post keeps getting rejuvenated because people that are coming in know how to play the role. Go up and comment. Go up and comment. Okay, so this is what the back to school post looks like. So here's an example of one. This is not back to, I got to show you back to school to keep it simple. I'm going back to school to learn a new skill. It's official. I'm going back to school to learn a new skill. Wish me luck. Okay? Now there is 59 comments on this post. Now her sponsor is teaching her how to work the post from the training that was already done that she got taught when she started. Do you get it? It's a duplication from the beginning. And because I tell everybody that joins my organization, just so you know, I hope you're not a salesman, because I don't want you to come here pitching and hunting and selling. And they're like, I don't want to do that. Thank God. I said, I'm going to teach you how to attract people that are going to ask you what it is that you're doing, and they want information to learn more about it. Okay? I'm teaching them the art of attraction marketing versus sales. Okay, so now they know how to go in and sort and know who's boosting, know who's their friend, what to say, do all that kind of stuff. And then over here in my training, if you'll look at this Google Doc, so here it is, attraction marketing steps and scripts. These scripts are samples, blah, blah, blah. Here's the 5 steps to it. The very first post will be about going back to school. Second, after that, you can start dripping the below. When they ask what it is, when they ask what the name of the academy is, when they ask a question about anything from the research link. So the very first post you make is about going back to school. Here's 3 samples of what people pick from. The older people will always do this one. I'm going back to school. Let's see if this old dog can learn something new. Wish me luck. I'm going to need it. Now, you must say wish me luck, because when you say wish me luck, what is anybody going to say? Good luck. Okay, so after you do, there's all these drip series. I'm attending my first live Zoom class today for orientation. Orientation just blew my mind. I'm so excited about what I'm going to learn. I'm attending my first class on crypto. I have no clue what that is, but I'm excited to learn it. Oh my gosh, I just learned in a class today. What I just learned in class today blew my mind. Thank you everyone who's cheering me on. Is there any sales in there? What is it 100% of? Attraction. 100% attraction. 100%. And so then we come over here to the spreadsheet. So now as people begin to build, they're putting in the date, the name, trade, build, or both, 2 and free, yes or no. What are they attracted in? What are they interested in joining? Now, when up here on your prospect list, you guys go to dinner and you have a conversation. Neil, it happens to you all the time. I know it does. You go out, you have a short little conversation about someone, and they asked you about NFTs. That's the end of it. But if you came home and you put their name on your prospecting spreadsheet and you wrote NFTs on there, okay? 6 months from now, there's gonna be an NFT free boot camp for traders, or for prospects. You come over here to your spreadsheet and you click NFTs and you've got all the people that you need to invite. But do you get the concept? So you guys, have you ever heard the phrase, work your business like a business that'll pay you like one? This is how I built my salons. It's the same way, but in a digital world. It's easier now because I can track and I have tools to do it on a global basis. Are you a little mind blown?
Yeah.
Okay, but look at the process that I do with my prospects. I meet someone out, 5 minutes. Doorman, cool doorman. Let's say I was at this retreat and I wasn't here, I was at a different retreat, and I took that, I did an event, met Antonio. Antonio's a great person. Antonio, that's cool. I'm gonna take a selfie of him, and he can get mail, but he can't because he lives in Mexico. But I would take a selfie and I would get connected with him somewhere. Social media of something, right? Then I would create a relationship and I would say, hey, Antonio, I have a great memory to send you. Can I get your mailing address? Yes, I have a great memory. Oh, you're gonna send me a memory? Oh, he's in the service business. He wants a tip or a gift or a referral. That's what they're thinking. That's what they want, right? So they're gonna give you their address even if they give it to you at work, okay? And so I'm gonna send him a card, tell him what a great person he was and had a great time. Here's a picture of the first day our relationship began. I can't wait to see what the universe has in store for the growth of our relationship and for our divine connection. Thank you again for all the value you added to my life. That's it, right? My VA is gonna go on Facebook, find his birthday. It's gonna go in my CRM. He's gonna get a birthday card from me and he's gonna be like, wow, this is that lady. Gosh, I wonder what she's up to these days. Start searching and finding my name, right? Now he's attracted to me through the algorithm connection, right? Maybe he's not happy, whatever. He sees about the academy, he sees a post about what I'm teaching, about have a better life. Wow, I'm gonna reach out to her. Do you guys get it? It's the process of the attraction funnel. Okay, so then, if they're interested in 2 and free, why do I do this? Because I want to know who my builders are. I want to know who does not want to be bothered with building, because people say that. I do not want to do network marketing. I don't want to have to team build. Fine, that's okay. Let me put you over here so then I know who I'm talking to when I got to talk to my builders. Is this good for you, you guys? Take something away? Huh?
Off the charts.
Thank you. Charts over here. Okay, so here's another thing that we do. Set up welcome and getting started steps in Telegram with sponsor and trainer and mentor. Welcome to the team campaign. Okay, so here's another thing we do from the second everybody starts. This is why Tanya is such an amazing, doing so great. So look at my messenger. This is my messenger every single day. I answered about 50 of these outside, but my messenger is full every single day of new people being connected to me, and I want you to see the process. Okay, so here's how it works. Hey Renee, I thought I'd just do an introduction again to meet our mentors and friends, Jim and Darla. This way you can always search out for additional help and support, even if it's just to touch base where you are at. When you find someone who has what you want, you just hold on to their tailcoats and do what they do. Darla, as Tanya mentioned, is the reason she is living her yes life. So see how she's edifying her upline? They're edifying and connecting, edifying and connecting. Now this is a copy and paste that everybody's got on their notepad. Everybody copies the same thing. I go to my notepad, I copy the same thing. She is an amazing coach and helps many on our team achieve their goals and dreams. Jim is her husband. He's the trading guru, and with consistency and leading by example, has learned his freedom from a busy work life. Renee, you know you can always come to me for help. However, Tanya, Jim, and Darla are here for you too. We're like a big happy family. So Jim does his copy and paste, and I do mine. So I have these 2 links on my notepad, this one right here and this one right here, and then I have this paragraph right here on my notepad. And it starts from right here at its. So all I have to type in is hi Renee. Okay? Hi Renee, it's great to meet you and welcome to the family. I look forward to helping you make your dreams and goals come true. You have an amazing support system, so please lean on us. I'm also going to share a couple of posts with you to help you speed up your success. Comment and post after you read each one, so I know you did. And there are 2 posts about vision and mindset and long-term commitment and sticking to something long enough for it to work to give them the vision of what it's going to take. Okay? Awesome. Thank you guys for allowing me to be in this space with you.
Thank you, Laura.